أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين بارئ الخلائق أجمعين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين، سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
صلى الله عليه وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
قال الله العظيم, Allah Almighty says in Al-Quran Al-Kareem, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. In chapter of Ash-Shu'ara, in these beautiful verses, actually all the verses of Quran are beautiful, but to bring one topic from the topics, the important topics of the occasion of Muharram. We usually, the followers, the lovers, the companions of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, attend the majalis from the beginning of the day of Ashura till the end of Safar in some places. Here in America, to continue at least the first 10 days of Muharram till the day of Ashura, or maybe 2-3 days longer. And we are done. Tonight is the night of 17th of Muharram, the day that the captives of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, the caravan of Bibi Zainab alayhi salam, has left Kufa, the 16th of Muharram in year of 61 lil-Hijrah. And usually when we celebrate, when we come together, when we sit together, when we do Nawha and Azadari, we finish it either after the day of Ashura in 2 or 3 days. But the reality is not this. This is our culture. This is what we usually do, and it is very important and highly recommended to do it. It's not haram to leave it, but it became part of our faith and following what Imams used to do. Because some youth, they come, new Muslims especially, they come and ask. Even non-Muslims, they don't know. Even the followers of Ahlul Bayt, they don't know why we do that. According to the real narrations that it came from Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, especially Al-Imam Zainul Abidin, Al-Imam Al-Sadiq, Al-Imam Al-Baqir, Al-Imam Al-Kadhim, Al-Imam Al-Rida used to sit also to put a barrier just like this between men and women to invite the shu'ara, those who recite poets, and give nohas about their grandfathers, Hussein ibn Ali, and used to cry. So we are following them. But the reality, usually it should continue and to start from the day of Ashura, not to end in the day of Ashura. This is what we usually do, and we must correct this idea that we have, the faith that we have. Especially when we see and look at the story, the tragedy story, the tragic story of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, that on the day of Ashura they took Zainab alayhi salam and other girls and women of Rasulullah's household as a captives by the leadership of whom? Zainul Abidin, Hujjatullahi ala al-Ard. And it started from the day of Ashura. Zainab alayhi salam, peace be upon her, and her family started her speeches and sermons right after the shahadat of her brother Hussein, when she looked at the eye and the face, ugly face of Umar ibn Sa'd. أَيُقْتَلُ أَبُو عَبْدِ اللَّهِ وَأَنْتَ تَنْظُرُ إِلَيْهِ. Are you looking at the body of Abu Abdullah, my brother? And you look at him, and while they are killing him, they are cutting his head. And she started to cry, and she put the hands under the body of Imam Hussein alayhi salam after his shahadat. Look at the patience that she has. And in front of her, killing her brother. Not only one brother, 6, 7 brothers Zainab alayhi salam had on the day of Ashura. 2 sons she left. She gave by the sake of Imam Hussein from the sons of Abdullah bin Ja'far. Her sons. وضعت يدها تحت المنحر الشريف تحت جسد يد وقالت اللهم تقبل منا هذا القربان. She put the hands underneath the body of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and she raised him little bit, looking at the sky, raising her head and face, talking to her Lord, Allahumma, oh my Lord, تقبل منا هذا القربان. Accept the sacrifice. فداء لوجهك الكريم. This is just a fida, a sacrifice for your sake. What you ordered him to be and ordered me to be. شاء الله أن يراني قتيلا. شاء الله أن يراكن. All the daughters and the sons of the Prophet and the daughters of the Prophet. أن يراكن سبايا. Allah has chose to see me as a martyr, as a shaheed. And also He did to see you as a captives. وشاء الله أن يراكن سبايا. So she started this message, this mission, right in the day of Ashura. And then also she repeats this. اليوم مات جدي اليوم ماتت أمي اليوم مات أبي. Today I lost my grandfather, today I lost my mother, my brother, my father in the day of Ashura. And she continues. And her speech is in Kufa, in the alleys of the Kufas. أتبكون وتنتحبون إي والله فابكوا كثيرا واضحكوا قليلا فلقد جئتم بعارها وشنائها. You are crying now? Cry a lot and just laugh little. You killed my brother. You killed the 5th of Ashab al-Kisab, the 5th one of them. And also in front of Yazid ibn Muawiyah when they arrived at Sham, the capital of the Islamic Empire at that time, was full of, his majlis was full of officials and commanders, the leaders of his army. And she started to say, فكت كيدك واسع سعيك وناظر وجاهد فوالله لا تمحو ذكرنا ولا تميت وحينا. O Yazid, أظننت أنك أخذت علينا أقطار الأرض وآفاق السماء أن بنا هوانا على الله وبك عليه كرامة. Do you think that you became a leader and a prince and a king upon all the Muslims, that you are close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than us? Or you have a dignity? This is from the dunya. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring you in the hereafter in front of Hussein, my brother. وَلَئِنْ أَمْهَلَ اللَّهُ الظَّالِمَ لِيَوْمٍ فَلَنْ يَفُوتَهُ أَخْذُهُ وَهُوَ لَهُ بِالْمَرْصَدِ. The mission of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, the story of the tragedy of Karbala, started from the day of Ashura. So we are continuing our message. Usually till the end of Safar, it is our responsibility not to see the people and community away from coming and attending the majalis, because we usually look at each other and talk to each other that, okay, alhamdulillah, we came, which is very good, as I said, very important to attend the majalis in the first days of nights of Muharram. But to change this culture and this way of life, to be with Imam Hussein continuously till the end of Safar, at least till the day of 20th of Safar, that they visited back Karbala, the caravan of the captives of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. قافلة الأسارة And then they stayed 2 days or 2 nights, 3 at the most, and they left. They came to Imam Zayn al-Abidin alayhi salam, telling him, Yabna Rasulullah, years later, when you came back, when Yazid, may God curse him, gave you the freedom and left you to go back to Medina, why you didn't stay more than 2-3 days in Karbala, in the land of Karbala? It was a tragedy and you are crying. And you delivered many speeches, so you came back to Karbala to stay only 2 days? This is what he replied years later to that person who came to ask him. From the followers, the devotees of Imam Zayn al-Abidin, min ansarihi, min ashabah. And he said to him, you wasn't with me in the day of Arba'een, when we arrived at the land of Karbala. I was looking at the eyes of Amma Zainab, my aunt Zainab, sitting on this grave to stand up again to go to another grave. Sitting there to stand up again to go to another grave, and doing this during 3 days, crying here and there in the land of Karbala, full of tears and sadness and mourning. So I couldn't stay. Otherwise, she would die right after these 3-4 days from the crying. So I decided to take her back to Medina. So it started from these days. We are not yet did it, but we should continue, inshallah ta'ala. Based on what I said in the beginning, to bring this ayah in front of us, oh my dear brothers. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. يَوْمَ لَا يَنْفَعُ مَالٌ وَلَا بَنُونَ إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. These 2 verses, beautiful, from Surah Al-Shu'ara, that in the hereafter, people will come alone, has nothing to carry with them, none from their money that they left it in the dunya, nor from their sons. They are not going to help us. Our money, our wealth, our sons. In the hereafter, we come alone. With what? With a clean heart. Not with hatred. Not with jealousy. We should come in front of Allah on the day of resurrection. Allah will bring us back again from the graves to look at His mercy with good hearts, with good niyyat and intention. إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. This is what we call it khulus al-niyyah. To have ikhlas in our niyyah. Just like when you fast. Look at yourself. This is a beautiful example. They came to one of the imams telling him and asking him, is it possible to explain the khulus? He said, okay. From our life, he brought this example. Did you fast in your life? One day he said, yes, Ya Rasulullah. He said, we usually fast during the month of Ramadan. Did you pray? Yes. We pray 5 times a day. So what is the difference? Imam is asking us between the niyat and the fasting and the niyat of salat. And the niyat of salat, maybe some others beside you, behind you, in front of you, look at you praying. In the masjids, in your homes, in some places. So maybe you look at the others are looking at you. So you should repeat the ayahs perfectly to do good ruku', good sujood. But not when you fast. Because people who are around you while you are fasting, they don't know nothing about the fasting. Either in the days of Ramadan or other occasions. If you want to get fast, if you want to do siyam, no one knows. Because there is no actions comes out from your body, nothing. While you are silent, you are fasting. But not during the prayer or going to Hajj. So the niyat of khulus, it tells you the really meaning of khulus and siyam and saw and fasting. This is what we should have when we commemorate and come to the majalis of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. To encourage ourselves, our families, our neighbors who are around us, to show them. Those who don't know about the story of Karbala. A beautiful example to bring you from my experience. Last Ramadan, I was in a city called Knoxville, state of Tennessee, reciting majalis. The second half of Ramadan, I was invited by the Islamic Center of Ahlul Bayt. Few Arab families sitting together to revive the name of Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, the occasions of the Shahadat of Amir al-Mu'mineen till the day of Eid. So I was driving from the hotel to the Markaz the first day, and I saw the driver was with me, my friend. He was giving me a ride. He told me, look at the signs here, and I have the picture. You can go and visit, it's not that far. Driving maybe 6, 7, 8 hours. It was a sign called Karbala Shrine Masonic Center. It's a Masonic center, Markaz Masoni, by the name of Karbala Shrine. I was so shocked. What's the connection between these two ideology, Masonic ideology and Karbala Shrine? Do they mean by putting Karbala as a land of Karbala belong to Imam Hussein, or maybe there is another land called Karbala here? So next day I stopped by and I went to ask the people who are there in that center. They started to tell me that there is a big tragedy has happened centuries ago. Do you mean Imam Hussein? They said, yes, Imam Hussein, the one that you are belong to. We know you, you are Muslims, you are Shias. And I told them, I am from the land of Karbala. I was born there, raised there. I'm Karbala'i. They said, yes, we respect what has happened. And Imam Hussein, and he gave all his life to help those who are in need. This is what they put it. And his kids was burned by the fire. So now what we are doing is to help those who are injured by the fire, to help them and to heal them and to take them to the hospitals free of charge. This is our mission. Beside that, what they want to say after that, it's not my business, it's not my thing to ask. But to put it in this way, that people, they know what has happened, some of them, and they respect Imam Hussein. When they know what has happened in the day of Karbala, even if they are not Muslims, we have also stories from the Hindus, those who live in India, worshipping other lords beside Allah, or even they don't believe in God. They worship cows. They also respect Imam Hussein when they hear the tragedy. This year, exactly this year, 1437, the Hijri calendar, this year, just a few days ago, the Christians in Baghdad and the Sabi'as who are following the school of Yahya, John the Baptist, another faith, millions of them. We have them in southern Iraq and Baghdad, some of them were walking on the streets of Baghdad and doing Sina Zani, just like us, to celebrating the martyrdom of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. It is something unique in our history. So we should carry this flag. But we need to have good heart. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is looking at our heart. by the name of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and with khulus of the niyyah. You can find a lot of people coming to ask you about Islam through the door of Imam Hussein. The shortest way to Allah and to those who don't know Allah to bring them to Allah. A priest, a bishop, had a very famous word from the Arab Christians. He said in his book this word, very famous. I forgot his name, in one of the cities in Lebanon. He said, لو كان الحسين لنا لنصبنا له في كل قرية منبرا ولرفعنا له في كل قرية ومدينة بيرقا ولدعونا الناس إلى المسيحية باسم الحسين. My brother Abu Hussein knows this very well. From Lebanon. He said, if we know, yes, that's right. If we as Christians community had a person like Imam Hussein in our history, we would call for the Christianity. We will call the people to come to the Christianity through Imam Hussein. And we will build a member and podium by the name of Imam Hussein and raise a flag in each and every city and village to call the people to come to the Christianity. The closest and the shortest way to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Bikum fatah Allah wa bikum yakhtam. To continue this message, brothers, to be with Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and also with good niyyat and good heart. إن الله ينظر إلى قلوبكم ولا ينظر إلى صوركم. Allah looks at our hearts and He doesn't look at our bodies and our clothes. أسأل من الله, I ask Allah to give us the opportunity, inshallah, to have this khulus and the niyyah and to be with Imam Hussein alayhi salam. اللهم ارزقنا في الدنيا زيارته وفي الآخرة شفاعته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. صلوا على النبي 3 times بأعلى أصواتكم.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا رسول الله محمد بن عبد الله وعلى ابن عمه أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب وعلى ابنته فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين وعلى ولديه الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة. والصلاة والسلام على أئمة المسلمين علي السجاد ومحمد الباقر وجعفر الصادق وموسى الكاظم وعلي الرضا ومحمد الجواد وعلي الهادي والحسن العسكري والحجة القائم المهدي صلوات الله وسلامه عليهم أجمعين. أوصيكم عباد الله بتقوى الله ونظم أمركم. والله الله في الصلاة فإنها عمود دينكم. والله الله في بيت ربكم لا تخلوه ساعة فإنكم إن خليتموه لن تناظروه. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. Before I finish the second khutbah, the second speech, I just would like to remind you to take some papers that we brought it from Los Angeles, the program that we have every year to continue, inshallah, visiting Imam Hussein alayhi salam, especially in the day of Arba'in, the Chihlum of Imam Hussein, that it will be based on the calendar on the 3rd of December. By your dua, I am personally going there, inshallah, with your dua. And I encourage all of you, if you can, prepare yourself to go to visit Imam Hussein alayhi salam. من مشى لزيارة جدي الحسين عارفا بحقه غفر الله له في كل خطوة ذنبا ودافع الله عنه في كل خطوة محى الله عنه في كل خطوة سيئة ورفع الله عنه في كل خطوة درجة. In each step when you go and visit Imam Hussein walking, Allah will delete one of the sins and give you higher degrees in the hereafter, inshallah, because of the greatness of Imam Hussein. So if you cannot attend the ziyarah by yourself, you can read the hadith, and to participate with paying for each ziyarah on your behalf or anyone that you love, just $50, very small money, to participate with this great caravan, a miracle caravan, with the visitors of Imam Hussein. 30 million visitors were last year. It didn't happen in the history of the humanity. Closing the borders, and they come. What about if Iraq is open for all the Muslims and lovers of Imam Hussein? They would come 100 million. And inshallah ta'ala, we look at the numbers, and also we look at the quality of the visitors of Imam Hussein when they come and visit. So you can participate with this ziyarah, inshallah. Billions of dollars the visitors they spend, and those who are working very hard in the Imam Bargas who are around the roads, coming from very long distance, 500, 600 kilometers, some of them, spend 2 to 3 weeks walking, men, women, kids, doesn't matter. And you can look at the pictures and TV stations now, they put it live on the TV. And they provide food and drinks and meals for all free shelters. It costs a lot of money, millions, billions of dollars, to bring this ziyarah alive and to continue doing this every year. So you can participate, inshallah ta'ala, with this caravan. Allah will, inshallah, by the grace of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, to write our names on the list of the zawars of Imam Hussein, inshallah ta'ala. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. Shaykhana, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to talk to the mu'mineen. الله يحفظكم يا الله. إن شاء الله accept your أعمال. والحمد لله رب العالمين. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد. Sorry, inshallah. Place here or there. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. Also, you do 2 qunut, right? 2, the first and the second. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.